Hello. So many people will have hard time to distinguish between what is hashing and what is encryption. So we will today see what is hashing mainly and differences between hashing and encryption and how to identify them. I'm Shekhar Karmarkar and I'm founder of Everest Database Services, and we will see about hashing today. If you want to remember what is hashing, just remember like it acts like a birth date. So when you uh, call any bank or any service, they ask for your birth date to confirm your identity. So it is possible that two people or more people can have same birth date. So it is not sure thing about that one person is having one birth date, but still it is causing partitioning or it is compartmentalization. So we can divide all persons depending upon their birth date. And so this is basic concept of hashing. Like we take a lot of buckets and we put a given string or given data into a particular bucket. So suppose, for example, we have two buckets and the number for the bucket is 0 and 1. And we take any string, that is, in this example, we are taking hello world, and we put that string into bucket 0. We may take another string like hello everyone, and we put that into bucket named, that is number with 1. And we can do this with any number of buckets. So in this case, the string is hello world, and now I have 0 to 7, that is totally 8 buckets. And I can put the string depending on the algorithm of hashing into one of these buckets. So in case of hashing, what we do is we take a string and convert it into a number, and this number is a bucket number, that is a compartment number or partition number, where we put our string or any data, input data. So this is the process of hashing. So from this string of input, we get a number of bucket and this is irreversible process, means we cannot get original string from hash value. Like in our example of birth date, if we know that a person's birth date is like 1st of January 2000, we cannot get any information about his name or anything from that hash value or from his birth date. So this is a one-way process. The important thing about hashing is if we change the original string even very slightly, like from a number of like 1000 we change it to 1001, the resultant hash of that string or of that number is very different from the original one. So this ability of hashing is used when we transfer message from one place to another to detect that the message is not changed in its journey. The hash of any value is of fixed length, and that length depends on the algorithm, and we will take a demo of this how it works shortly. So when we are taking a particular number of buckets, like say 16 buckets, so any string when it is hashed, it will have a fixed number of the length of that hash value. In case of encryption, we get different length of the encrypted value, but in case of hashing, it is always fixed. So this is the main difference between hashing and encryption. When we do hashing, we do not need secret key like which is used in case of encryption. So secret key is not required. We can just hash depending on the algorithm, and that algorithm takes care of hashing, and we get the hash value from that algorithm. And what is collision? So if we hash one string into a particular hash value and another string and still get the same hash value, it is called as collision. And algorithms which we use most probably in commercial setup, the collision is very, very rare because we get such a large number of hash value like 256 bits. It is just rare or impossible to get a collision. And even if we get the collision, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make any loss or any problem to with the hashing or hashing algorithm. And we use sorting, that is we add a random number with our string and hash that value, and that is required when we use hashing to store the passwords, and we will see this in our next part. So let us see actually how hashing works. So this is online program which is for use for hashing. There are a lot of tools available online. So in this box we put our string, that is anything like hello. Okay, and we calculate the hash value of that string, and you can see there are so many algorithms, that is it's just mind-blowing number of algorithms available for our hashing. So we will take one example like say MD5. It is very common algorithm used for hashing, and it has length of 16. That is, this is a hexadecimal integer number which is a hash value, and we will see that from hello, I think hello world, like I change the string and calculate the hash value. So with MD5, the length of the hash value remains constant always, and hash value changes even if we change a single bit of our original string. We can use even files or like a digital file like JPG or images or any binary data, anything. So I will give an example. So browse, and then I choose one Word file, open, and calculate file hash. That is, this is the binary data from my file, and we get hash of these 18,000 bytes, and still the length is same. So this is how hashing works. And this is encryption and decryption tool available online. So I will just explain how it is different from hashing. So this is a text encryption and text decryption. So in case of encryption, we can get original value from encrypted value, which never happens in hashing. So I type here hello. Then we need a key. The key may be symmetric or asymmetric. In this case, this is symmetric key, where the same key is used from encryption as well as decryption. So we encrypt it and we get this value. If I copy this value and paste it for decryption, and I provide same decryption key, it is a symmetric key, and decrypt, so I get same value for that hello to hello. So this is how encryption and decryption works. So hopefully you get some idea about how hashing works and how it is different from encryption. And in next part, we will see how to use hashing to store a password in our database. That password cannot be cracked even after hacking. That is, even after the person who is hacking get your actual store database, still he cannot get the password. So we will see how hashing used for that purpose.